somebody sent me a letter and I saw the vibrations were horrid. I said, what's the matter with this gentleman? His vibrations are so horrid. What is he doing? Then I found out that he says he doesn't need any meditation. He's already reached the 14th heaven. He doesn't need any meditation, doesn't have to do any meditation. It's easy to explain, but whom are you explaining? You have to explain to yourself. Only yourself. Nobody else wants your explanation. It's like missing the plane. Yeah, when you miss the plane, whom are you going to explain? The plane has left. So then you have to explain yourself only. You will tell the air or to the gangway or anything that, oh Baba, it happened like that, there was this thing, I had no time, there was a jam, this. But the plane is gone. Whom are you explaining? So everyone should meditate every day. That is a very important thing which people are doing in all the countries where I am not. Because I am in England, people take me for granted. Mother is doing everything. So I get up at 4 o'clock, take my bath, meditate for you all. I better start doing that again. Otherwise you have no time to meditate, so at least let me meditate for your sake. So everyone must today promise to me that they will meditate every day. Get up in the morning. We can't get up in the morning. The whole world can get up. Why not the English? But when it was the War of Waterloo, they were the first to arrive there. They won the war because they were so punctual. What has happened to their punctuality today? We are not drinking, we do not have hangovers, we don't sleep late. So why shouldn't we decide today that every morning I'll get up and do my meditation? And while meditating, I must concentrate on myself and not on others. And see for myself what is catching, where am I catching, which chakra I am catching, what have I to do. So on this day of Navaratri, today as the first day, the Gauri's power must be enlightened within us. And they must express. And they are tremendous. I cannot describe them in one lecture. Think of the primordial Kundalini. She acts in the Mother Earth, she acts in the universe, she acts in the animals, she acts in the matter, she acts in the human beings, and now she acts in you. She is the one who decides the face and the figure that you are going to have. She is the one who decides what child you should have. She is the one who gives you a particular type of a child that you need. She is the one who has got you all these beautiful children. She is the one who has given you these sparkling faces and sparkling eyes. All this she has done for you. But what about the power that you have within yourself? How much have you manifested that? The primordial is working very hard, no doubt. But what about you, the individuals who have got their own Kundalini awakened? How far you have opened her out? And what is Kundalini is a simple thing, as you know, is the true desire. So true desire to perfect yourself, to grow yourself, if it is really true desire, nothing else is important. All other desires are secondary and tertiary. The most important desire is to grow. And for whose advantage? Is the advantage of yours, and in your advantage only the advantage of the whole world rests. Sahajogis today represent the growth of this universe, the growth of the human race. Do you follow this point, that you are playing such an important role at such a crucial time when the world is about to collapse? And you have great seers like William Blake. You had such great people who have talked about this time. They have built it up. Traditionally, we have built up all this now in England. The work of ages that has brought this England to this state. Now, do you realize that the position of English Sahajogis is very important? But lack of wisdom and bumptiousness, without understanding yourself, how can you talk so loud? How can you think of organizing everything when you yourself are so weak, so bumptious? So today I am not going to take the count of the people who meditate every day or not. But I can tell you this much, next year, those who do not meditate every day, he will not be here anymore. Take it from. It's a fact. Every day you must meditate. Discipline yourself. Now you have come to a new perspective. You have come to a new vision. Now, when you see that vision, when you know the vision, you cannot just stand there. Get into it. Everyone says, Damle was saying too, everybody says that, Mother, you have spent so much time for these English. Why so much time for them? Maybe you might be thinking that because you are very great, that's why I have to serve you people. Think the way you like. But the most important thing is that you are on the land of heart. And I have to cleanse you more, much more than others. But it's just the other way around. Others are going so fast. I'm amazed, their vibrations, their sensitivity, their understanding, they have just mastered it, every one of them. Here it is becoming a very centralized stuff, and everybody doesn't want to understand Sahaja Yoga, but everyone wants to give a lecture. There's no respect for elders. No respect who is older, who is younger. And somebody who thinks that because they got realization before others they are higher, then remember one word of Christ, that first will be the last. So try to understand that it is you who has to grow, it is you who has to manifest these powers. Manifestation of the power, I don't know how far you have understood. When a person who has Gauri's power, as soon as he enters a hall or any place, everybody's Kundalini rises just to salute. When you have Gauri's power, then you stand out because you have that innocent, lustless, greedless, beautiful, sparkling eyes. And wherever you turn your eyes, even one glance would raise the Kundalini immediately. People who suffer from cancer, suffer from this disease, that disease, all can be cured in no time if you have developed only one power of Gauri. All your problems can be solved. Negativity will go away. And you will become like a lotus, beautiful, fragrant, overpowering all kinds of negativity. Here it is, that fellow just touched me and now I have become egoistical. If there is one fellow who is egoistical, he just talks to another person, the person goes egoistical. I mean, this is not the way to be sensitive. You have to be sensitive to God and not to bad things. But we are more akin, more vulnerable to bad than to good. So the power of assimilation of good, the power of emission of good, all these powers are just in your complete reach. But all this should not become a praise, but should become a kind of a challenge, a kind of a beautiful curiosity and an advancement for you. But we are going down, I must tell you, we are going down in England. Because we have some funny tags. Funny people who are all the time with tags. Such people will have to be warned and later on may be declared, as these people have decided, should be declared as blacklisted. It's a very sad day today for me, and that's why the whole place is filled with. I mean, I had no mind to have the puja here because I'm really very sad. Because when I see the vibrations, when I see the way things are, people are just in a picnic way in England. I feel so unhappy, you don't. I've always been extremely enamored. And I have already put up a big show of appreciating your efforts. But if you see in the substance of it, just see the substance. You watch within yourself, each individual should see the substance that is within us. We are worried about a friend, a fiancé, or a wife, or a husband, or this and that. That's not the caliber. The caliber is very low and is going down lower. That's not a good thing. It's not good. If my love and compassion is spoiling you, I better pull you out of it. Because you are capable of your merits to be born in this country. You are capable of very great heights. I know that. Of very great heights which you can achieve, but not by talking about it or thinking about it, but by becoming that great power. To become that power. And see the collective blessings people have, and I was amazed when they told me they have got this blessing, they have got that blessing. I mean, unlimited blessings they have got. And why can't we have that here? What's the problem with us? If we are not collective, if there is a problem between ourselves, that means there is some sort of an ego still in between that is keeping us out. So let us now, if you see in your previous lives, you have had all kinds of foods, you have had all kinds of trips, you have done every kind of marriages, you have done every kind of other nonsensical thing that people waste time with. It's over now, finished. Now you do something new. How many people you have married in previous lives? And how many houses you had in previous lives? And how many pleasures you have had? Finished now, finish it. This is a special time, the best time of Prutambara, where you have to grow. That's the point, is the season is that. In this season, if you do not grow, you won't grow. You have to take full advantage. With full intensity, you have to do Sahaja Yoga. That doesn't mean that you give up your jobs or anything. If you are intense in Sahaja Yoga, you will be intense in everything, but there is no intensity. Munich, I decided just, I don't know if Warren has told you, Munich. You didn't tell them about Munich. All right. Munich, I decided last minute, because there was a horrid one who had come from Munich and had told me that Munich's seekers will ask such questions. I didn't like them at all. She was very arrogant. I said, I'm not going to Munich. But in Vienna, I just felt the vibrations of Munich. And I was amazed. I said, all right, I'm going to Munich. We had to run up and down to get my visa, this thing, everything worked out as usual. And in that short time, 3 days, 400 people were there. And so intense, I tell you, so intense, even children, so intense. And they were listening to every word I was saying and picking up as pearls, precious as diamonds. Every word they were noting it down. And when they had their realization, they were just stunned people. Imagine the Germans coming over you people English. What will happen to you? They are people of determination. If they decide to do good, they'll do a lot of good. They are not like this. And then when I left them, for 1 hour they were in the hall, just stunned, discussing about Sahaja. But here, as soon as I go away, people start discussing something so nonsensical. I hear it, I know the vibrations and everything. We are not intense. We must increase our intensity. That is what is called as Shraddha. It's important, very important. And I am sure this year you will make it a point to do intense understanding of Sahaja Yoga. That intensity is lacking. Maybe there's something gone wrong with you in the past and you are conditioned about it, or you think about it, how can I do it, it is too much. You can do it, everything. You forget the past, forget the past. Past has no meaning whatsoever in Sahaja Yoga. You are being completely renovated, but just use your mechanism. I have worked so hard with you people that nothing wrong with your mechanism, only thing you have no faith in yourself. And those who do not have faith in themselves are always bumptious people. So first of all, station yourself within your spirit, within your heart, and try to develop your powers. Inner powers, not of talking and showing off, but inner powers. Still so many are possessed. You know that. It's a shameful thing. That even now in the temple of God, there are people who are possessed by horrible, evil things. How can it be? You are the carrier of all these. Even now, how can it be? So one has to be very intensely there, and those today who are looking to be nothing will grow into something so great that you'll be amazed at yourself. How is it I have become so great? But the first and foremost thing is discipline. Discipline yourself. When it comes to eating, some people eat too much. When it comes to talking, some people talk too much. Or they do not talk at all. Or they eat not at all. All this is indiscipline. But going higher to the spiritual life, best thing is to take the discipline from your spirit, and you are disciplined automatically. Let the spirit rule you. It's possible. It's possible, because I have seen in such a short time, and when I have there been for such a short time, I don't even know their names. Here practically I know all of you, by your names and by your vibrations also. And they have gone up so much. So today is a great day, of course a great privilege. Always you are privileged people. Like House of Lords. It's true, but maybe one day may come when this House of Lords may be banished completely. You have to behave like lords. That is why my humble request is that you must learn to worship discipline. I don't say do this, do that. You know what is to be done. And then on top of that, you should not tell me, I know, I know. When you know, why don't you do it? You are empowered. Today, let us, with full confidence in ourselves and in our ascent, let us, with full intensity, attend this puja, and in our hearts decide that I am going to discipline myself. May God bless.